Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Pink Panda stream for a Tuesday night. Hope everyone is doing well and had a fabulous start to the week. We've got the new Joshy. How are you, mate? What's going on? How are you, buddy? Going well? Good evening to everybody. We've got Twisty, Josh, Jacko, Aussie, VZ, Will, Sunny, Jacko, Resets, Jack. It's all happening. Aussie, Sunny, welcome everybody. Hope everyone's having a fabulous night. So the patch has just dropped for Steam. It was about 1.4 gig. I'm fully updated and ready to roll. Do not know what's on it. They haven't released the patch notes yet. I'm kind of hitting refresh on various platforms to find out what's on it first so we can talk about it first. Dominic, welcome. So yeah, I don't actually know what's on it at the moment. Yes, I'm on Steam, so playing on Steam. I do play PS5 as well, but for the sake for this game, I've got it on Steam. So I think for me personally, so pardon me for looking at my phone, I'm trying to see when the patch notes are posted. For me, for streaming wise, PC is a lot easier because you can hear all your alerts, you can have all your overlays and all that kind of stuff, whereas PS5, the capture card works, but for some reason it doesn't handle the audio too well, so I don't, like, you can't hear all the other bits and pieces. I don't quite get it, but what's everyone else playing on? Have we got any PS5, other Steam users in here, Xbox? What's everyone playing at the moment? What's everyone thought of the updates so far? Played on hard today, Dominic. The players don't man up, they just disappear. I'm really confused because FIFA Josh, very good. Yeah, so the PS5, it sounds like the PS5 crew have been getting a lot of crashes in recent times. I must admit, I played 2 games before I fired up the stream, and I got 2 crashes on Steam before the update, so I'm not sure what happened there. Hayden, how are you, mate? What's going on? And I've got like a couple of Sock Puppet and Herbie, good friends of mine, who have got the game. Oh, Grockadoc, cheers for the sub, mate. Well, well, you've caught me off guard a little bit here, Grock. Let me chat and get something else up on my other screen. Yeah, so a couple of mates of mine, Sock and Herbie, have also got it on PS5, and they have sort of said they've really, really struggled. Like, they watched like my gameplay, and what I was playing seemed very different to how theirs was feeling. So yeah, it's I'm a little bit like, even with what people are posting about their experiences, not being able to tackle, not being able to handball or handball forward, like, I'm really confused because my game was running fine. Like, if you watch the stream from last night, it was running really well, and I could do all those things. That's it, Mr. Creep. That is me, the one and only. But Grok, first of all, mate, thank you for the sub, much appreciated. But what that actually now entitles you to do, if I can transition this well enough, you get to pick for subbing. Firstly, appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're a superstar. You now get the chance to win $10 that I will send via PayPal. All you have to do is pick a number from the board, Grok, and we will reveal you. You're trying to find the gold star. So if you're there, Grok, let me know what number you want, and we will remove the colour and see what star is behind it, and see if you can win yourself $10 in return for the generosity of a sub. But yeah, I don't know, I found that the gameplay last night was really good, so I was a little bit perplexed this morning reading all the comments about people struggling. Like, I know there's a long way to go and there's lots of things to fix, I totally get that. But for me, the movement was good, the handballing was good, and I even posted a few clips up to kind of show what I was talking about. And yeah, it just sounds like a lot of people are having different experiences, and even one of the Big Footy mods kind of had a similar experience to me. And he couldn't understand why people were a bit weird about it either. So, what number do you want, Crocodile? What number do you want to pick? No, bumping. They need to have bumping in. I'm very, very keen for bumping, especially when running for a 50-50 ball. I think that would be very good. Yeah, exactly, Bees. The people were complaining how easy it was at the start, and then the difficulty gets cranked up. Hey, Min, how are you, mate? And people start complaining. But you got to find the happy medium, to be fair. You got to find the happy medium. I'm playing on hardest, and I've won one game out of about 6 on hard. So, right, Grok's gone 12. So thank you again, mate, for the sub. Much appreciated. This is for the chance to win $10 in return. Number 12, is there a gold star behind it? No gold star, Grok. Unlucky sounds really disingenuous. I don't really mean it like that. You know what I mean. Like, unlucky that there's no star, but I appreciate the sub and your support, mate. You can't even... What are you playing on, Sonny? More definitive set of difficulties ready for tomorrow. Okay, that's good. G'day, Kel. Welcome. I don't know if PlayStation will have the update tonight. If history and patterns are anything to go by, I'm going to say no, because Steam have just got it, and usually Sony get it well after. But, I mean, that doesn't mean that I'll be right, but that seems to be the trend. But let's move over to the game. So I still to this moment in time don't actually know what the updates were. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that, as well as playing the game. But oh, here we go. There's a new option here I can see already. Guide. Let's check out Guide. This is something new. I'm going well, thanks, Lukey. How are you? Well, they haven't released a list yet, but this is the first time I'm viewing it. Guide is a new option. So here we go. Let's have a look at this. Following pages will give you an introduction to the basic game mechanics of AFL23. Use the trigger to cycle through. Ruck contest, movement, kicking, hand passing, switching, tackling. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people are asking about the controls. So ruck contest using left, restricted movement, centre bounce. Wait for the umpire to bounce, throw it up, press right analog sequence at its peak. Tap the ball by pushing R. You can punch by pushing L trigger. Leisha, welcome, how's it going? G'day, Sarge, how are you, mate? Oh, Sarge, mate, the OGs. Respect. Now, you guys are the hardship of this. No, yeah, nothing about jostling yet. No, love me the OGs, Sargy boy. I know you've been screaming out for a control info dump for some time. Moving with the ball. Oh, I didn't skip your message, man. You said you about wanting a go. It's a sub board. Little give back to those, but or potentially for one person if they can select the right number. Kicking advantage. I don't know, Keenan. I've not really ever heard them talk about players being able to kick on the opposite foot. Oh, I mean, the next time you use your prime sub or whatever, you can definitely pick a number. Or you can pick one unofficially, and I can tell you off air if you got it. I don't want to ruin the fun. I know, Sergeant. Bloody throws me as well. Player switching. I keep reading a lot of people are having trouble with player switching. That's interesting. They're saying left bumper. I've been using right bumper. What's everyone else been using for this? Oh, Leisha. Leisha with a sub. Thank you for the follows as well. Thank you, Leisha. Alright, well, Leisha, you get to have a pick of the board as well. We will jump back into those. Oh no, why'd that jump out? Leisha, thank you for the sub. Please select a number and you have the chance to win $10, just as a little thank you for those who offer some support. So everyone's been using left. I've been using right. Is that because that's what FIFA use? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe that's why I can't move off the mark. Leisha, well done. Well done on the number choice. I'm surprised it took this. Well, it's only been a few turns. Let's have a look. Number 69. Do we have a gold star? If I can click on the colour. Oh, no. No gold star, but appreciate the sub, and I appreciate the number choice dramatically. I think that was a very solid choice by you there. Oh, $10 Monopoly money. Get around it. Alright, so this is new. Free kicks. Welcome. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I have a good number in mind. I found that moving off the mark wasn't too bad. Yeah, you got to go the 69. Oh, Grok, I was meant to put the timer back on, but I forgot. So no update on PS4 just yet. I'm just trying to see if the patch notes are released. So triangle is the G'day Brados. So, online still quick match. Interesting. I was under the impression that we were getting a bit more options in that tonight. So that's interesting. 65k worth of decks. Alright, let's do as we always do for these. I don't want to do Adelaide because they are OP. We'll go through each of the game modes one by one and see how it's handling, which is, the way we've done it for a little while now. Does someone want to pick a stadium? Yep, so we'll do a play now game, then we'll do a management game, which we'll see if the crowds are different, and then we'll do an online while I'm waiting for the patch notes. Williamstown, g'day Madge, welcome. Oh, Whitten Oval, that's a good one. Is that in here? Surely. Which I don't think I've played any or many of the W's. Or VU Whitten Oval. Alright, let's do Whitten Oval. So I'll leave it on hardest, just for consistency's sake. Yeah, then we'll check the State League teams after this as well. If anyone does see the patch notes, I've not seen anything yet on any of the relevant socials. But I will keep checking, just because it'd be good to discuss what it was.
Good afternoon,
so I'm interested to know, yeah, Das Blues, what did he say in relation to that? Like, in what capacity? Are we talking sliders, or are they just adjusting the baseline difficulty? What did he actually say about that? Any Footscray fans in the chat, let me know if this is a good representation of Whitten Oval or not as well. Yeah, maybe I was mistaken, but I could have sworn I read somewhere that we were meant to be getting, being able to invite people, like friends, into custom games for online and a leaderboard. So that's interesting. No mud.
There were some interesting things said.
All right, so like I said, last night movement and everything was good. Let's see if it's still like that today.
Hinge. They'll sweep this ball forward. Can he find a teammate? Bolter with a big fist. Knew where the help was. Murray can run and gun. He's wrapped up. Keys. Berry. He'd like that one again.
And they've got to improve the kicking time.
Can't take it. They've given it back.
Like in terms of the time it takes to get ball to foot, because, well, and also the teleporting thing as well, because that's what's actually causing the issue. Is the teleporting. Like that kind of just glitched out a little bit there, didn't it?
That'll work. He's going for home. And why wouldn't
this is PC, Dimmer. This is PC. We're going to get Sufi today for a friend's wedding. Bullshit, Grok. 2,250 for a suit. Are you serious? What kind of suit was it? Gold crusted? Definitive. Okay, difficulty. Yeah, Dimmer. For some reason, and I can't explain why, the gameplay I've been experiencing last night and tonight has been vastly different to those on PS5. But I don't quite know why, because it was definitely confirmed that we're all playing on the same thing.
Gary Lyon is here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
So this is on hardest as well, guys, if anyone knows. Yeah, this is on hardest, so I haven't actually tried easy for quite some time, if I'm being honest. But
Taranto handballs it to nobody. Reaver knew the tackle was coming.
Dusty.
What can he do with it?
See, handballs work. That was okay. I've found as well, guys, if you're getting tackled, hold left trigger and handball. It tends to kind of handball it into a bit more space, and you can kind of get a bit more clearance away. Westwood on the weekend. No patch notes yet. I think the class action's a bit harsh, if I'm being honest, but I get the frustration, the annoyance. But I mean, they haven't done this deliberately, but the onus is on them to fix it, it must be said. But my confusion is, why is my gameplay, or I don't know if other Steam people, I know there was, I think Dan on Big Footy was feeling the same as I was, why are some users feeling it play one way, and people on PS5, for example, are having a totally different experience? That's probably the part I don't understand.
It's a desperate tackle, Rioli. It's a hot footy.
Does anyone know why that would happen? You still think hardest is too easy, Sonny? Really? What are you winning by on hardest, if you don't mind me asking?
With a deft tap. Prestia. That didn't travel far enough.
Oh, I've handballed it. What an idiot. I've literally only won one game on hardest. And I think... Oh, really? L3 to bounce manually. Let's try that if I can get the ball and run. I think as well, and a few people mentioned it last night, and it's a really good point, that it almost feels like the AI are actually using tactics of some kind with the way they set up and position themselves. Oh no, I am using L1. Whereas, you know, the user players are kind of not responding much to when they're running off and things like that. I'm using the side broadcast. I'll double check it for you in a sec. So for a little while, I was using end-to-end, and that was okay. End-to-end was okay because you could see where you were kicking it to. But I found that I was losing my player's ability to run to the right spots when the camera was swinging. So that was definitely a me issue. Oh no. And since pulling it back to this one, I've definitely found it's worked a lot better for me.
Hamill, good hands. Smith. It's a high kick.
I'm gonna spoil that.
Flostone spoils.
So the spoils are still working. Oh, I really have to do better there.
Punched away. Hamill in the thick of it.
That was well roved.
He's off target.
Oh, so we've got an AI miss as well. That's good. I'll show everyone what camera settings I'm using. Settings. I'm on side far with a camera height of 47. I might even drop it down to 45. I don't know how much. Or 44, that'll do. I just find it's good to... And there was someone on Big Footy, Don't Argue, who was using end-to-end like I was. And when I posted a video which showed what I was using, they changed and said that they found the gameplay so much better.
That's a lack of awareness.
I was trying to bounce it then. I was pushing L3, nothing was happening. That's why I got that was all me. That wasn't a glitch. That was me smashing buttons trying to bounce it.
2 goals each for the quarter. Hopper. He's run into trouble. Bolton under pressure, getting their handball game going. Murray, ever reliable. What's he got on offer? That's poor play. Revo in some space now.
That's not bad.
It's a goal.
Like, I saw someone today, I might clip that, that was a good goal. The crowd noise is actually quiet too, which is a pretty cool little reflection.
The Tigers.
I did 44 for the height. So, like, I saw a lot of people saying that they were having trouble handballing forward. Like, it wasn't really hitting the target. But, I mean, I've not really had too many issues there. So there's probably a defender there. I still think the switching player, so I am actually using L1, I was doing it right. I feel like it's still not responding as well as it needs to be able to swap players quickly. Maybe, I did remember someone saying that there's like a manual versus auto feature, or semi-auto, so maybe I've got to change that for a bit more control, maybe. Oh, I knew that overlap was coming. Yes. Yeah, see, Moose, and this is the thing. I think, Kev, I'm finding the handballing okay. I don't know, Jack, if there's a specific way to have... You can swivel when you get possession from the end to end. The other number, Kitty, was just default, which I think was 50 from memory. Appreciate the follow.
Winning the ball out of the centre is always key.
That's a good call, Bradis. I think I've actually got the Big Footy Tiger Cast Twitch in my signature. That's a good call. If someone wants to post the direct link to the feed in there, you're more than welcome to.
Good-looking kick. Rankin.
I know they're all probably sick of me by now and there anyway, but if I can help show off the patch, then it might help a few people.
Well done. This is promising.
So that's not a bad little bit of build-up play. Couple of handballs.
Sees an opportunity and plays on. Revo is the man on the spot and is marked. He'll have to give it his all.
And it's things like that I think people need to see, because people are having such vast experiences within the game. Is that going to make it? Oh, no, it's not going to make it. Damn. Good point.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down.
Subs work now? All right. Dimmer, I think... I don't want to try and convince you one way or another, because you can make up, obviously, your own mind, like, you know, watching gameplay, whatever. But essentially, the longer you leave it, like, by the end of the week, big Ant believe, and I kind of tend to agree that the game is going to resemble what they thought was going to be released. That doesn't excuse what happened. It was still a dog's breakfast. But, yeah, that's just hopefully how it's going to... Let's take off McIntosh. Put Ralph Smith on. We'll see if the other subs work as well. We'll do Baker for Loston... Koch or Hopper. Let's see what happens here. They did, Jacko. The AI just spoiled over the line. Just spoiled over the line. Bale's welcome. They're trying to fix the crashing. So I suppose the thing with crashing is it can happen in a whole wide range of ways, can't it? Like, there's not just one method or one reason as to why something crashes. So the only thing I can say is... If you get experienced crashes in your game on PC or PlayStation, make sure you report it to Sony or Steam, because that goes through to Big Ant, and what they do when they get those things, they try and replicate the issue that they see reported, and then that allows them to troubleshoot and fix it. And I totally understand the frustration, how shit it's been for people with it crashing.
Important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish.
Dimmer, so I've explained it before. So basically what happened was the version of the game that came out on launch day was worse than what I played in there, which was a submission build. So all of these things, all these features, this type of gameplay was already in the game, but the day one patch had a bug in it and it completely crashed and stripped the whole thing back. Like I said, it doesn't excuse it, right? Because it's still a very shit position to be in. But the game that came out was not what they were expecting to come out. So, and I think when you see what features they're adding back on, like, they haven't just put together the academy and stuff in 5 days. Like, so you can clearly tell it was already there, ready to go. It just didn't bolt on as it should have. So hopefully Morris Morelli can handball it. So yeah, a very, very shit set of circumstances, but agree, Des Blues, auto interchange, 100% needed. 100% needed. Cochin's on, I didn't actually see him. There you go, subs work. No, I appreciate that, Jock. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. I just love having everyone in here. Well, Dimmer, I would actually argue the other way. If I'm being honest with you, I think the amount of patches they've put out in this amount of time has been quite quick. They've been quite nimble given, you know, they're a smaller team. And you've got to remember as well that they can't just whack it all back on as they had it at the start, because they've got to try and find the bug within that caused the crash. So that's why they've had to strip it back and re-piece it back together bit by bit, because you've got to connect all the code. Everything's kind of branching out and touching different points, so it's not as easy as just, okay, the first one didn't work, let's chuck it back on again and see what happens. So you actually have to rip it apart, go through it bit by bit, test the shit out of it again, and make sure it plays well, and then add it on piece by piece. So it's unfortunately not as easy as that. I understand on the servers why we would all want that to happen, so we're back playing quicker, but it would actually give us a worse experience because it wouldn't actually fix anything. And there's been people in the Big Footy thread that are actually code engineers who have said the exact same thing, that it's not necessarily a quick fix, unfortunately.
How's it look down there?
Yeah, you got to put the puzzle back together. Yep. After this, was there anything else in the menus we wanted to see first before I do a management game? Because I like to try and go through each of the modes one by one, just to see how it's handling and things like that. So if there's anything else in the menus though that you want to see, how was that for a handball?
Big ball to be won here. Leaves it behind. Revo.
The
handball away.
Oh, sock off the ground.
One behind.
That was a good handball through the play.
That shot on goal, but unfortunately,
yeah, I checked before about the online, and it didn't have anything there. I'll try again though, and I will try L3
to bring it back in,
for the bounce.
Got to the right position and hang on.
If anyone sees the patch notes as well, let me know where they are, and I'll go and check it, and we'll read it out and speak about it as well. But I haven't seen it yet.
Works hard to present.
Can I put Dusty and Shay in the midfield? I mean, I don't see why not. Let's see. I don't think I've actually tried a positional change in game, so this will be interesting.
He doesn't waste many. McAdam.
Aussie, I don't think the State League teams will be in just yet. I know that a lot of people are really hanging out for it. The players are in there, but I don't think the ability to play as the teams is in yet. I feel like that's going to be something that comes towards the end of the week, because the focus... That is a different siren, folks. That is 100% a different siren for what we've heard in other games.
Not a lot of highlights, but at least we have a close.
I think the State League teams will be later in the week. I mean, obviously, the main... as much as all these features, like your extra modes and online, all the academy stuff, the state teams, the tactics, the stats, all that kind of stuff, as much as all that we want in the game, and we will get it in the game soon,
couldn't agree more, Gary. Thanks for that.
The gameplay and the crashing has to take precedence, because if you put all that stuff in the game, and the game still plays like dog shit like it was on launch, there's no point. All it's going to do is frustrate people more. So you have to do the gameplay and the crashing first, so people can actually play the game, and then put the rest of your features in. But I understand the impatience. I understand why people want to see it, but I think they just have to go through the right process, as that ball just rolls about 400 metres out. I kind of disagree, Kev, because it wasn't planned to come out like this. If they had known what was going to drop on day one dropped, they wouldn't have done it. Categorically would not have done it.
I think he called for that. He's a slippery customer. Ralph Smith keeps it low. That's not a mark.
Oh yeah, Dusty's in the middle.
Got two already. Luck's of fortune.
Oh,
It'll be a
Dusty!
They don't come easier.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, there's a few reasonable people on Big Footy. You just got to have context behind what's happening, that's all. It's not about taking sides. Like, people are entitled to be annoyed at how it went. I'm annoyed at how it went. Like I said on Big Footy, if people think I was happy with how the launch went, they're wrong, because I put myself on the line by firing up a stream at 12:30 AM day one, not knowing what the fuck was going on. So, handballing's working. Shrug animation, well, I'll try it. Haven't heard anything about Xbox release. And I do feel bad for Xbox people in the sense of there's no real official communication on it, and I do get that it's, you know, it's not a good look, number one, and it doesn't really help you guys, number two, but without saying too much or going into it too much, there's unfortunately reasons why they're not actually allowed to say anything officially. That's why. It's not because they're trying to neglect you or they're deliberately trying to dodge the question. There's actual reasons why they can't give that update, unfortunately, at this stage.
Away he goes. That's good vision. Baker, searching kick. Martin.
Oh,
Attracted a crowd. Pickett. This deserves a goal. Smith wins it back. Great mark.
yeah, I found that yesterday, Seamoose, that players were continuing their run a bit more, because that was the one thing that was annoying me a little bit, was you would have someone running past for the handball receive, and they would almost come to a complete standstill, which really killed the flow of the game, and it sort of allowed the other team to... You need to be able to change plays from there, though. That needs to get fixed.
Baker tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Ralph Smith.
Oh, no.
Close quarters. Martin. Now it's someone else's problem.
Ralph Smith, surprisingly, Ralph Smith has actually broken a few tackles and gotten out in space, and I've actually killed his own momentum.
Fogarty runs onto it. Berry. McAdam. This'll be
Yeah, they probably deserve that goal.
Through it goes. And there's a kick the difference.
Game companies... No, Dick, I'm not biased. It's context. It came out shit. I've said that multiple times, mate, but you've got to have context. It wasn't planned to come out like that. Does it make it right? No. Does it make it better? No. Is the onus on them to fix it? Absolutely. But if you think that they deliberately put out a game like that, and the AFL as well, you're kidding yourself. No one would put their name to that type of game. You know what I mean? So it wasn't planned, but it doesn't make it any less better for the consumer. I 100% agree. But we've just got to understand the context behind why things have happened, and it's the onus is on Big Ant to fix it. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, they wouldn't do. So, Gordy, the reason why it's not coming to Switch is because the game's so complex with the graphics, the detail. Apparently, if it was going to go to Switch, it would have had to have been like massively downscaled and just not been a pleasant kind of experience, I suppose. Oh no! And it sucks for the Switch people. I get it, but I don't know if other next sort of gen games are doing the same thing. But Dick, ultimately, yes, it is, but they're doing their best to fix it. They didn't mean it. They wouldn't have released it deliberately. So if you don't want to believe the context, that's fine. You do you. But it's there in black and white for everyone to see and understand if they want to. That's okay. You do what you got to do, though.
The Tigers in front now.
Keenan, that's a very good question. Why is Hamish not on there? Oh, loud noises with the Hound, with the raid party. How are you, Houndy? Welcome, mate. As we know with the raid, we've got to do this bad boy. Hound with the raid. Welcome to the Hound's party of 4. Thank you so much for dropping by, mate. Hope your stream was really, really good. The gameplay will resume in a second. Got to welcome our raiders, though. How was your stream, Hound? How did it all go, mate? All went well?
The Crows are out of trouble. Smith, got to get it forward.
Yeah, give the Hound some love. Grok or Min, if you're able to do a little shout out for the Hound, that'd be fantastic, so we can get some love on his page. Oh, there's the spoil now. Is that right, Hound? I have not noticed that at all. I'm going to lose this game.
That was great use of the body.
Yeah, Hamish. I'm not sure what's happening with Hamish. Not sure. I will try L3 for bounce link. I will try that. See, I've got the update in.
This will be a goal.
Someone had a really interesting other point for Hamish. What if he's the commentator that they're using for Pro Team? So that was an interesting take.
Time.
Yeah, Kelly, I thought that was a really interesting call. Still waiting for the patch notes. Thank you for the update, guys. Players slow. Yeah, Jack, I agree. I find that when I spoil, I'm going to say 10 out of 10 times, my player is then way out of the contest. Like, it's almost like he stumbles away, and they recover really quick and are able to maintain possession. It's like you have to have a second player at that contest to be able to help recover your spoil. So you do all the good work and bring it to ground, but you don't actually... You actually almost next to no chance of actually picking it up. So, oh, I'm reading and not concentrating. What an idiot. Oh, Hamish has been removed from the list, has he? Okay, that's a bit annoying. Jason Bennett, yeah, would have been a good one.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
Showing exactly why they want the ball in his hands.
We're still... what is in the name update? We're still waiting for... We're actually still waiting for the patch list. So the patch is out. It's installed. G'day, Benno. Welcome, mate.
Punch clear.
But I don't actually know, or no one knows yet what is in the patch. So we're waiting for the notes to officially drop, and then we'll have a chat about it. Well, the one thing that was there was there's actually a new menu at the start called Guide. Oh, what a little shimmy and shake. So it pretty much gives you a tutorial about the buttons and what they do and things like that. So that was one thing that was on the main menu. I didn't see any extra modes in online, but after this, we'll check out a few different things.
Taranto crosses the paint. Second effort needed. Revo loves the hard stuff. Smith reads the place so well. Laird.
Oh no, I've got... See, this is where I think the tactics come into play, because I've got no one there. I want to change... Yeah, oh, what did that do? Why did I...
Heads for the pocket. He's plucked
no.
And should have a shot.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do those... Patch note, the online piece. So Prime, on the Indigenous Guernseys, they have them all ready to go. They're all designed, made, etc. They just have to get the right approvals from the artist, number one, and the AFL. Well, the AFL are going to approve it, obviously, but they've got to get the artist approval before they can put it in. I did ask, but I don't know how I did it, Doxin. I really wish I knew how I did it, because I've been crying out to be able to do that for quite some time, if I'm being honest. See that? So I spoiled, and my guy's automatically out of position. Luckily, Bolter recovered it, but now I'm another defender short.
Going for goal, flirting with the post.
Always at the post.
The finish let down some good play. I think he had more time than he thought.
I reckon the game's alright, Kev. I understand that people are having different experiences.
He's off.
Did that bounce it?
The logical option. Ralph Smith. Just wanted to
I thought I heard it bounce, but I didn't see it bounce.
Neat little stab kick. Taranto.
Oh, this is a good build-up play by the Tigers.
Keeps it low.
Oh.
Prestia. Sets up a foot race. Hinge. Runs onto it. No easy exit. Desperate defense.
That was nice play through the middle.
We've got a whistle. Umpire's ball. Who can get the clearance?
Oh.
The Crows are good with their hands.
Not sure if I'll get there in time. I reckon that might go out of bounds.
And we'll have a throw in.
How's it look down there, Gaz?
Agree, Poshy. Agree. I think... I don't understand why this is happening, but the difference between what's happening on Steam versus PlayStation is quite substantial for some reason, in terms of the way the game plays and things like that, because I've got mates who've got it on PS5 as well, and they're having an absolute nightmare of a time, whereas mine's playing pretty well. Like, I can notice the improvements in the game from the last couple of days. The player movement piece has been the best.
3 goals straight, and he's certainly making the most of his opportunities.
No, Kev, I agree. I agree. The PS version, to me, still seems cooked based on all the shit I've seen, especially from my mates as well, like I said. But I can't get my head around why, because we're technically... Because I asked the question today in the thread that, you know, are we all on the same patch now, which kind of makes sense, and we are. But for whatever reason, the PlayStation's just not handling it at all, is it? Like, I know you've said a few times that you're still getting a lot of crash issues, which, you know, is not what we want. So hopefully, I mean, all you can do is keep reporting the crashes so they can keep fixing it.
Kicks to space. Cochin. Kicks laterally. It's a mark.
Oh.
He can go back and potentially win the match.
Wow, this is for the win. Noah Cumberland for redemption.
He's a quality finisher.
He's done it.
More evidence.
He's done it. He's gone coast to coast. Hit the front by a point. Whew. That play was actually reasonably satisfying then.
Big clearance to win here.
Although it won't mean much if they get it inside 50, yeah?
He's everywhere at the moment.
Oh god, no, don't. Oh, you handballed it. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Well, they gave it everything. It just
Sea Moose, I still don't think the win's working. I mean, to be fair, AI kicking 3 points is almost unheard of in the games I've played, so that's something. But they 100%, and I've mentioned a few times on my, I suppose, pros and cons list when posting, they've got to get the wind back in so this actually Like, if you kick it straight, you're pretty much going to score, which, you know, well, that's nice, but it's not realistic, and it doesn't add to the realism of the game, so they've got to get that fixed. Gay failed, welcome. I thought that last bit of play was okay. Did everyone think that was... Well, the handball at the end there was dumb. They've got to sort that out. But my play to actually leveled up was quite good. Alright, so that was the play now game. So let's see... for those who have just joined, I'll show everyone... I did steal that win. We'll go through the patch notes first, and then we will explore what there is. Alright, so I'm on the Big Ant Twitter. Patch notes for this patch. Tuned ruck contests. Improved AI decision making, except for after the siren when you handball it. Improved tackles. Improved missed tackles. Improved Guernsey editor. Added game guide. Added L3 manual bounce. So yes, that is in. The manual bounce is in. I did try it with Nathan Broad at the end there, and I did hear it bounce, but because his back was to the camera, I didn't actually see it. So yeah, is that a good thing, Chip? I'm not sure who that is. So for those who've just joined, here's the guide again for you. So it's just a bit of a summary of how it all works. 700 Dirk, we're going to check that out next. So we're going to play a management game next and see what's happening there. Oh, sorry, I skipped one. I skipped two. Move around the ground. I know a lot of people were looking at this. Or looking out for this, so... Improved tackles is good. Missed tackles, someone in chat actually pointed out during that game, was that a missed tackle? So that's a good observation. L3 button is the left thumbstick clicked in. Left thumbstick clicked in is what it is for PlayStation. So I'm sure it'll be the same for Xbox. The ruck contest, I'm not too sure. I've actually found that I've been losing a lot of the centre bounce. Almost all of them, but around the ground I start to even it up a bit and win a bit more, which is interesting. So tackling, holding Y will attempt to wrap the player up the ball. Tap Y to attempt the tackle, which is more likely the ball spilling free. Okay, so tapping Y is almost stripping the ball free. If you are sprinting, poorly timed tackles can result in giving away a free kick, like pushing the back or high tackle, which is what we've had in previous AFL games. Holding sprints while tackling... Oh no. Holding left trigger while tackling will perform a powerful tackle. This has similar downside to sprinting into tackles, but has a higher chance of success when pulled off successfully. Okay, interesting. Has anyone ever tried a power tackle? That's the first I've heard of that. Marking. Positioning. I still think, though, sometimes there's a couple little glitches when marking the ball in terms of, like, you kind of just warp into a certain spot. But once they iron that out, that will be... When the ball is kicked, a timing meter will show on the ground near a marking contest. Where there's a marking contest... Okay, tapping Y in the blue zone provides the best timing, but it may not be enough to win if they've got better positional skill. Okay. G'day, Cap. How are you, mate? Going well, thanks. I know. We've got to win. I mean... The first quarter wasn't overly convincing, was it? But we got the chockies in the end, which was nice. That's a good call, Chip. It could get you suspended. Alright. So, was there anything else we wanted to check? So, yeah, so patch notes recapping again. Tuned ruck contests, improved AI decision making, improved tackles, improved missed tackles, improved Guernsey editor, added game guide, and you can L3 to bounce. G'day Nathan, this is the new patch for Steam. This is a new patch. Academy, Hudson O'Keefe. You said it was Carlton, didn't you, Poshy? Is that right? I don't know if the player likenesses have been updated yet, though. Manage list. I assumed that it would have been submitted to... I think they submit them at the same time, and that would make sense, but based on history, I dare say that it won't come through until overnight. Does that look alike? I'm not really too familiar. Is that any better than what it was previously, or is it still generic? Hey, Jimmy. What was the issue, Poshy? All right, let's try a management game. Yeah, that's right, Christian. Oh, yeah, Jacob Bauer here. Good call, Mito. We have to check that out for all of us Richmond nuffies. Jacob Bauer has been bald from day dot. Have we got Bauer with some a head of hair? No, he's still bald. Poor Jacob Bauer. He's not having much love. If Bauer was still bald, then Tipper hasn't had a face scan yet, is my thinking. Panda, welcome. Is there anything for someone who is new to AFL, like rules and how to play? Yeah, the rules is an interesting one, because even sometimes us avid fans don't really know the rules of the game sometimes. But I'm sure there's plenty of rules on the AFL website. Yeah, YouTube. The rules of the game do appear on the AFL website, but reading it would honestly just confuse you. So you're probably just best to YouTube and Google it. But you've got to pick a team. So I suggest going the Tigers. That's because I'm biased. But what country are you from? Is that right, Kano? Is that Bauer's actual head shape and formation, but just no hair? So we're going to try a season or a management match on hardest again. What is a blinder? Chip, that's probably an accurate summation. Keep the ball forward and hope for the best, especially if you're following us. You're in the UK. Welcome from the UK. What's caught your eye about AFL out of interest, Panda? It's a very confusing sport, but it's dynamic, it's action-packed. I highly suggest YouTubing maybe like AFL highlights, AFL introduction, something like that, just because it will show some of the better pieces. And there'll no doubt, someone will have no doubt put out a tutorial explaining bits and pieces of what the game is. Oh, Kev, are you talking about the suspension from tonight from the Geelong player? I can't believe he got how many weeks did he have getting? Because I can't believe he got whatever it was, because to me, and like, you don't want people to get injured, I get that. And I know he probably had the arm pinned a little bit, but that was one motion. I thought, when we're talking sling tackles, like as a Richmond supporter, I can refer back to Nathan Broad. That was 2 actions. So that he didn't need to do that second part of that action. So that deserved the weeks he got. That was an unfortunate tackle, probably had the arm pinned, but that happens all the time. But it was one motion anyway. 2 weeks. The crowd is good. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's dynamic yet. Yeah, Craig, good question with the scoreboard. I've noticed at times it's on and at times it's off. I don't actually know what the pattern or the trend is to get it on all the time. But I've noticed I've noticed it's more so on when you're in the middle of a set shot for whatever reason.
That's skillful. Petruski-Seaton drops into the hole and marks.
Yeah, I noticed that the stands at the top are a little bit emptier. You can see in the MCC section as well, a lot of empty seats there too, so that's kind of cool.
He's going for home, and why wouldn't he with a finish like that?
He has produced a clinical finish there to cap off a terrific passage of play.
The Eagles have opened their account.
So hopefully for you PS users, this will drop overnight for you. And you can get stuck into it. But we should try a power tackle, shouldn't we?
Slick hands. Petruski-Seaton.
Oh, Jesus.
Thought his way through it.
The AI is still good. Like, I know there's been some people in here that have said they're still smashing the AI on hardest. You could just be a very good player, and that's okay too. But I am, like, that last game is the second time I've beaten him. Who wins the flag, Brody? I think at this stage it's hard to go past Collingwood, to be honest. Game shit, no way Petruski-Seaton kicks straight. I've said the same thing about a few Tiger players too, to be fair. Oh my God, Nat Nui is absolutely slicing him.
Sees an opportunity and plays on. Rioli lays it off. Hopper under pressure. This is promising.
There you go, bit of link-up play. Work it forward.
Good disciplined defence. McGovern going flat chat. Witherden.
Oh.
Cochin got in the way. Handballs it to nobody. Lynch farms it out. Cumberland. Desperate defence.
Oh, unlucky.
There's an argument for
Poor
a free
power
kick
season
there.
so far. Port are one of those teams that they really should win
Who can get the
all of their home
clearance?
games because it's
Prestia
they've
is
got a
always
pretty good
dangerous
list,
inside
don't they?
50.
But
Solid tackle. Gary Lyon is down on the boundary.
where are they on the
Gabriel
ladder?
looking for
I'm
it.
sure they're above us.
They've
But
looked to be positive and their foot
Tiger
skills
Boy,
have been
welcome.
very
Yes,
sharp.
the new patch is out and downloaded, so we're playing on the new
Got
patch
his
currently.
palm to it. Cumberland.
Oh, kick a combo.
I think that's
Yes.
He's got it.
It doesn't matter who you are. It's all
Do you reckon that's the case for you, the beard? It's kind of when
Both sides are
playing.
cracking in hard at the
I kind of
present
find it a
time.
little bit
It's
hard to
great
tell with the
contest.
teleporter stuff unless it's really obvious. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen because I know it does.
Prestia.
But I find I pick it up more so when I'm watching back the video.
Is so strong.
So that might be something that you guys might pick up if the teleporting happens a lot still. But I think, I reckon in this game so far, I think I've had a couple of nice passages of play with transitioning the ball. They still need to maybe tweak. I think sometimes the tackler still shuts down your space too quickly from behind and makes it do like a little dinky shit kick. That or they need to speed up how fast you can kick the ball so you can actually get your kicks inside 50. Port of fourth, but I mean, it wasn't that long ago people were calling for Hinkley's head, was it? So they've just got, Port Adelaide have got such a good young core group of players like Rosie, Butters, Dersma. So look at that, handballs for days. Look at that.
Bolton working hard and being rewarded.
That
At his first.
I don't care what anyone thinks about the game in its current state. Doing that was physically not possible with the way that game launched. Physically not possible. So that is an improvement. Like I said, long way to go, plenty of things to fix, but that is a good sign. Now people are at Voss. Really? Brados, I got a push in the back free kick last night, but Panda, thank you for the sub. I'm going to have to pause the game in a sec. You get to think of a number between 1 and 100. You get to pick from a board for a chance to win $10.
Heads for the pocket, outbodies his opponent, and took a ripper.
Panda, I'm going to pause it. Guys, we've got to show some love to the Panda here. Alright, game show. Alright, Panda, thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. As a bit of a way to help try and give back, you get to pick a number from the board. Behind one of these numbers is a gold star, and it could net you $10, which I'll send through on PayPal. So, Panda, pick a number, and we will remove the colour and see if you've got a star. Yeah, Jacko, I'm definitely going to try a power tackle, and I will undoubtedly give away a free kick. But it will be worth it. It will be worth it. Pick number 50. All right, number 50. Here we go. Over here. Is there a gold star behind 50? No, unfortunately not, Panda. I do appreciate the love and support. That was just a little way to try and give back and a bit of an opportunity to try and win some cash back. But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the love and support. You're a superstar. Kiney, welcome. Crowds, if you're having a look around here now, it is not packed. And Liam Ryan has just missed. So all things are happening. The MCC is relatively empty in this. You can see the top of the stands are empty. So, I mean, that does feel more dynamic than it was previously. Let's see what happens going forward, though, I suppose. But I'm more impressed with the passages of play I've been able to put together.
Ignoring the corridor for now. Cumberland pounces.
Oh, not that handball, though. That was a shit handball. I haven't played an online game just yet. I'm going to try that next. So usually what I do when the patch comes out, I like to play a play now, a management, and a online game just to see how everything handles and reacts. So we all get a bit of an idea on what's going on. Random question, where's the gold star? You'll have to find out. So keep tuned. Are they meant to have the Anzac in there, like the what's it called? Pre-game stuff. G'day, Power. I'm enjoying the update at the moment. Definitely saved by the bell there. Definitely saved by the bell. Yeah, like, I'm sure you guys are potentially... I've handled it the wrong way, haven't I? What an idiot. Potentially taken some clips anyway. But if you do see some good passages, feel free to clip those so we can use them. And if you see some glitches and shit things that happen, clip that as well, because it's just equally as important to upload the stuff that doesn't work so they know what to fix. Possibly Brody. Oh no, this was a day game though. Or at a minimum twilight.
Don't worry about that. Natanui had his measure today.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can... Oh no, if we can get Ball Dimmer out of there. I think someone mentioned yesterday that Ross has said that is definitely a bug, obviously.
Takes the responsibility.
Ah, he's bloody slotted it.
Finish he does.
Oh, thank you, Brody. I was 145 going, okay.
So the underdog
I bought AFL on the family PS5, only something that comes out on Xbox. Hopefully we get some Xbox stuff soon. I don't have any word or knowledge on when that's all happening, but hopefully sooner rather than later. They have just torched me here. Guide, I like this side-to-side view a little bit better because I kind of struggle with the swinging part of the camera. I just feel like I lost a little bit of sense of direction in trying to like man up or get to the next position and things like that.
Can't take it. Rioli gets back and should repel. Burns off the tackle. Well played.
Handball.
That
wasn't responsive.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
Probing ball. Petrocelli. They cannot keep him quiet. That didn't travel far enough.
Broadcast. Yeah, I can try broadcast. There's definitely... I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have different camera angles to what I'm using. It's just a little bit of personal preference, isn't it?
You can see their confidence growing. Pickett in the thick of it as
oh, go Morris. You've got to mark that.
Rioli. Into the pocket.
Dusty.
Martin marks.
That was good build up.
These half chances can often be the difference.
We'll go the banana here. Oh, Jesus. That
got them on the overlap. That's an impressive
something quirky happened then with Dusty's kick meter because that absolutely flew up the timing piece. There was no waiting or hanging around for that at all. That was a bit of a derp. Bit of a...
No trouble at all.
Absolutely shanked that. Oh, Ross did say PlayStation is early morning update. G'day, Sock. How are you, mate? Yeah, so there's like a tutorial menu at the start now to give you a rundown of the controls. The ruck's been fine-tuned a bit. Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating at the same time. Let me read it out for you, Sock. So for those who've just joined, welcome firstly. Tuned ruck contest. These are the patch notes I should have said, sorry. Tuned ruck contest, improved AI decision making, improved tackles, improved missed tackles, improved Guernsey editor, added game guide, and for those who've always been asking about bouncing the ball, you can now click in L3 or your left thumbstick to bounce it manually. So instead of letting go of sprint to bounce, you can now thumbstick it. That was a good interception.
Time for the Crummers to go to work. McGovern, terrific forward pressure. Lynch runs onto it.
No, I did not aim it that way. That's a bit of a glitch as well. That one. So L3 is the left thumbstick clicked in for PlayStation. I'm sure it's the same for Xbox, but that's going to do a manual bounce. How do I change play? I'm not sure why they picked L3. I actually agree with you, Sock, that
he doesn't miss many of these.
Right stick would have actually been better. Unless it was a typo. I'll try right.
It's a handy buffer they've established.
No, Browse, I don't think it needs to have auto bounce. I mean, it does auto bounce when you let go of sprint. So that's, yeah, that's how you do the auto bounce.
It's a high kick, a real rainmaker. Baker got a fist in. You can't question his commitment. Ryan. Can he snap it goal? Knew the tackle was coming.
Don't be holding the ball. Ball up.
No way through there.
Was L3 in Evo 2, was it? No worries, Kev. No, definitely no hard feelings, mate. Everyone's entitled to have different views. And to be fair, I 100% agree with you. Your experience on PlayStation 5 has been vastly different. I totally am on board with that. Totally. So, have a safe flight to Singapore, though, mate. I look forward to chatting to you more, and hopefully these updates, when they come through for you, give you an improved experience because, you know, you forked over your hard-earned and you deserve to have a game that is playable for you. So, hopefully, you get an improved outcome when you come back. But safe travels,
Sloppy disposal.
and I'll speak
And
to
a
you soon.
turnover. Natanui.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was the same in Evo 2.
The Eagles didn't get
Kidney,
off
I
to a
will
great
try and
start,
sprint and
but
bounce.
they've
That's,
righted
I
the
suppose,
ship.
the theory
Be
behind it,
confident
yeah.
of going on with
Is
the
the
job.
logo welcome
Time for some more
elements? Is the
insights
logo
from
correct
Gary
maker and
in the
Guernsey editor in the
Tigers
game?
have
Yes,
looked
it
good in
is.
patches, but they need to maintain
Are you on
focus.
PlayStation? Because I think it
Defensively
might be
for
coming a
longer.
little bit, when I
Not
say
out of
later,
this
in the
by
next
any means.
update for
Just
PlayStation.
struggling to put it all together
Appreciate
and
the follow.
pose
It's Rory
that
Hilton,
consistent threat,
former Tiger.
which is required if you're going to knock off this team.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again.
Good question on training mode, Jacko, because on the launch night, training mode was actually in the menu, and I'm pretty confident when I was chatting about it that is meant to be in there, yes. So hopefully that's something that will
Wins
come
the
in.
tap. Gaff. He's set upon.
Oh.
Kelly. Petrocelli gets his kick despite the heat.
By the end of the
This is
week, because
champagne footy. The Eagles.
yeah, my controller does vibrate when rucking in particular.
Got the handball away. Short. Keeps it low. He's suddenly a popular man. Normally delivers.
Not sure if I'm going to get there for that. Oh, stuck.
Bolton. He's hurried the kick. It's a poor one. Lynch drops it.
Flinch. Woof.
The Tigers are just hanging in there. They sorely need.
Yep, it does min sub and interchange. I'll do that. I'll kick this for a score, hopefully, and then I will do a sub and interchange for you, mate. You can make the calls.
That's off.
Oh no, I've
Really
totally
good
jinxed
chance.
myself there. What an idiot. No chance that I can see. Okay, Min, who do you want to... So we've got Jack Graham as sub. Who do you want to take off for Jack Graham? You can make the call here. Robbo, I was in a game on my PS4 in the third quarter and it crashed. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, and Sock, to your point as well, games are so different on console. I don't understand why it's playing so differently, because it's the same patch, essentially. So I don't know why it's not doing that. I'm going to put Samson right in there to try and win a contest. Humphrey, you've been pinned for holding the ball 13 times in one game. My goodness. Yeah, I can really sense the frustration from PS5 people. And it logically doesn't make sense why it's so different, because Sock, I mean, yeah, you obviously, we know what each other's games are playing like, and yours is vastly different to mine.
Can he impose himself on the match? That's a bit of a
I
waste.
broke the tackle.
Kelly. The Eagles are good with their hands. Dangerous place to turn it over.
Come on, Tom.
Reebok had his name written all over it.
He's been striking them well. This shouldn't present any problems.
G'day, Rory. Oh, I'm playing on PC, and it seems to be playing okay. What difficulty were you playing on? I don't like that Jack's kicking meter
He makes
disappeared
no
there.
mistake.
It will not let you handball when you get tackled. Have you tried holding L2 and handballing using square for a bit of a clearance one? On the easiest, Rory. Oh, okay. I mean, it's definitely gotten harder from day one. Like, the AI, as you can see here, I'm getting done as well. I won a game before, but that was the first time in a long time against the
How
AI.
will the umpire see this? They're going nowhere, and we'll have a stoppage.
Kick it and it goes random. Have you tried? I mean, I've found that if I'm kicking normally, it can be a bit skewy, but if I do stab passes, I found there's a lot more accuracy with the stab pass. I've got to try one of these power tackles.
The Eagles should score here. Punched away. Grimes takes the logical option. Ralph Smith.
Oh, there you go. So I clicked in the button there, and he bounced the
What's he
ball.
got on offer?
See, that was a kick that was
Bolton.
non-stab, and it was a bit skewed.
There, and we've got a throw in.
Power, yeah, we can definitely do that.
Football's a game of
I'm going to do an
mistakes.
online
Both sides
game
are
after
making
this, then
them.
I'll go back and
Key
do an
is
easy one
where
for
you
you
make
on
them.
Play Now. I think that's a really good call.
Hopper on the same page as his ruck. He'll feel that.
I think, Rory, there will be there's meant to be a training mode in, so I think that's coming.
Pickett runs in and bangs it home.
These defenders
No, not yet, Kiney, unfortunately. They definitely need to get the auto interchange in, because it almost makes, your stamina and fatigue stats completely redundant, doesn't it? So you got to be able to have the auto interchange. Stabby, welcome. When I do some set shots, the set shot meter goes really fast. Yes, I do know what you mean, because I had that happen before. Usually it's meant to go, the timing meter does go quick at the end, usually, but there's a couple of times I've noticed, and I don't know what triggers it or why it does it, but there's definitely been a couple of times where the whole meter's just gone like ridiculously quick to the point where you don't even get a chance to click anything, so I'm not sure why it's done that.
They might want to tighten up on
No, I don't reckon it is, Sock. I don't think stamina is having an effect at all whatsoever, which is shit, firstly, but I'm okay with that being the case at the moment on the basis of there being no auto interchange. Oh, they are cutting me up here currently.
4 straight so far.
Robbo, I don't want to... You technically shouldn't. It should be the same, but from everything we've seen and spoken to... Oh, God, I reckon I might have a crash here, folks. That PC, as we are about to say, it's playing better, and we get a freeze, but it has usually been a little bit better. So this is what the first crash we've had tonight. Yeah, Tuxie, welcome. It is the new patch. Yeah, maybe it is the arc, but I can't even pause or do anything there. It was Deck. It was doing all right. So let's take a note on the first crash for the night. I'm going to go back to just chatting screen while I get it rebooted. And as I've said, guys, obviously the crashes are super annoying for everyone, but just make sure you report them as well so that Big Ant get a copy of it and they can try and fix it. Because unfortunately, not all crashes are the same. So, 30 seconds to go. So I'm actually interested to see what happens here. Will it make me replay that game, or does it give them a win? Interesting to see what happens here. Say someone's position. Oh, really, Stubby? Because we swapped Dustin Martin and Shea Bolton into the midfield before, and it seemed to work. Have heard that, Mook, man. Sock Puppet has said that as well, that AFLW played better. So let's see what it actually did here. If it's okay, so we're gonna play the game again from scratch. All right, well, I won't go through that again because you saw how it went. We'll try an online game. So William, welcome, mate. I hope you're doing well. I'll read out the patch notes for you. The patch notes. So it's tuned ruck contests. Improved AI decision making, improved tackles, improved missed tackles, improved Guernsey editor, added game guides like a tutorial on what buttons to press and things like that. And you can now bounce the ball manually by pushing L3, like clicking in the thumbstick. Gordy, I was losing by about 15 points, and the game crashed with about 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Element, the Guernsey Creator is in PC version. I believe it'll be coming on PlayStation's next update. So I think there was a secondary patch that came out last night for Steam, which had all that stuff in it that hasn't come through yet. Yeah, that quarter by quarter save, that's a great call. That is a very, very good call. We might even suggest that. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's been going well, William. Been going all right. Hopefully we can find an opponent here. No, all good, Element. All good. I think they were trying to squeeze it in that first one, but yeah, there was... I'm not sure why, but there was 2 separate patches last night, so that it was a little bit separate. So you can jump in... Yeah, and like... This might be a bit of a clutching at straw comparison, Brados, but some of you know that I've played EGA, PGA Tour as well prior to this game coming out, and mid-round you can back out and go and do whatever, and it saves the hole that you're at. So I suppose it's the same principle, isn't it? Save the quarter that you're at. Yeah, I know, Sock, I know. And that's the thing, like, people are wanting all these extra features in, which would be lovely, but they've got to get gameplay and crashes right first, otherwise the rest is pointless. Yeah, agreed, Code. Auto interchange is important to have, I think, just for realism more than anything. I won't play as Richmond. Oh, for fuck's sake. Connection to remote player lost. Let's try again. Use the dogs? Alright, Jacko. Let's use the dogs. Rory, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, I'll do the Dogs. Offense, welcome. What about like a play career? So if you're talking about individual players, player career, this is not a good sign, folks. Can't even pick a team. There's no individual player career. So they had to make a choice on whether they do that. It was meant to be in the game, or whether they do pro team because they got access to more legends than they thought, and not having enough resources to do both well. They went pro team this time, and then the individual player career will come into the game. Maybe the next edition. It might not be patched in this time round, but I was really looking forward to that because I do enjoy the solo piece too. So a bit disappointing, but I would rather them leave it out instead of half-assing it. Like, we've already had enough issues as it is, so we don't need a half-assed version in the game. Alright, let's see how we go this time. But yeah, I do understand the disappointment with that. Yeah, Jazza, agree. I'm hoping that the D-pad does get used for a whole range of things. Am I playing Boot? Am I? He's probably live. Oh, Battle of the TikTokers. Not sure, Jacko. We'll find out. We'll soon find out. Yeah, William, the patches are in. I'm finding it's... you got both the streams up. Tell Boot I say hi.
Hello, I'm Anthony Hudson.
Pretty much, Chip. I mean, they're only a small team, so they can only sort of allocate X amount of resources to wherever. But yeah, I do really hope they put in the individual player, like be a pro if we want to call it that, because, you know, it would be quite good to have. Yeah, tell Brood I say hi, and hopefully we get no crashes. It'll be a good game. First game, hardest mode. Tackle Fest. Did it feel OP and ridiculous though, Snow? G'day, Edo. Welcome, mates.
Daniel Harper joins me. Who's your pick today?
Yeah, the patch seems to be going well. I mean, I feel so bad saying, you know, I've put together passages of play because I know that some people are still struggling with it, not because of skill level, but because it's the patches maybe aren't working as they should for them. But I've found handballs to be good. Tackling and all that seems to be okay. The play movement's still there. There's still plenty of things to work on, like the AI kind of tackle you too quickly from behind and it stuffs you from kicking, or they need to have a quicker release mechanism. That would be good too. So yeah, there's definitely still a small thing, and I don't think there's any wind to affect the goal kicking.
There was some interesting things.
Haven't seen. Oh, we've both got white on. Jesus Christ. Haven't seen the AI spoil, but apparently it's there. Well, I haven't, but Hound has seen a couple of times. Oh no.
He kicked this more often than not.
Yeah, crowd size has changed. So we're playing a management mode game before, which did crash, FYI, but it wasn't full. It was Richmond versus West Coast. The MCC members was a bit empty as well, which was good. No, Herdy, that they have tweaked it. They could probably get it a little bit better, but I have found that handballing to players who are running past, you don't lose momentum, which is good because that was a killer, wasn't it? Like, yeah, you get the handball out. Oh my god, completely missed the tackle.
So he'll have a bounce. Smith. Can he find a teammate?
Yeah, you would handball receive, and they would stop dead in their tracks, wouldn't they? And then you'd get tackled. So that's been cleaned up a bit, but I still think there's a little bit room to refine that and make it a bit better. And you can see the scoreboard's off still in this, which is really weird.
Drop punt looks good. He's got it.
Here to watch Michael steal his jeans. Oh, is it? There you go. That should be better. If you're here for skill, you're at the wrong stream. Thank you, Sock, for your unwavering support of my skill level.
Walsh. He's generally a good kick.
No, I've always said that if you're wanting to watch a stream for skill, not necessarily me, but if you want to watch for a bit of interaction, a bit of okay gameplay, I'm happy to bring that for you.
Martin.
Oh, see, that's the power tackle. He slipped it. That's annoying. I wanted to bury him.
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
Yeah, Gordy, that's a good call. There's been a couple of times where the ball's been spoiled or handballed out from, like, the wing, not, like, closer to the square, and then it's just rolled about 100 metres out of bounds, which is a bit unrealistic.
Take a mark. Outbodies his opponent and took a ripper.
He's not on the board yet. That should change.
Cody, welcome. I've had one crash so far, which was in the third quarter of management mode. I played a play now game before that, which got through okay. And it took about 3 attempts to find a game for online. It was kind of disconnecting at the start.
Back to where we started. Scores level.
So
English got his palm to it.
it's a little bit of a glitch there. No one can pick the ball up. Don't tell me we're back to soccer.
Inspired by the round ball code. Hoofs it off the deck. Hacks it off the ground.
See, this should have been fixed by now.
Socket off the deck.
Deliberate.
And we'll have a throw in.
Cheers for that bit, William.
Here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
Both coaches have clearly.
Yeah, this is a bad glitch. That's really disappointing this hasn't been fixed. This was flagged a couple of days ago. I'll say a couple of days ago, maybe a day ago.
Tries to soccer it to advantage.
Yeah, that's super. It'll fix itself at the end of the quarter. It'll fix it. But yeah, if Boot or I could sub in Mbappe or Messi, that would be appropriate. Yes, Fozzie, apparently I have matched up against Boot somehow, so we are playing one another, and we're currently playing FIFA 23.
Risky kick off the deck. Decides against the pickup.
Oh no. I can't let him score though. Kicking on the ground.
Goes off the ground. Off the ground.
I'll get pinged here. Oh, no, out of bounds. Turn into FIFA, I know.
And fair enough too.
Yeah, we can check out a player after this. Who did you want to check out, Cap? Oh, Jesus, his play just glitched. See, I feel like that, like when we're talking about the patches coming out that have fixed gameplay, thank you for the follow, guys. I feel like that the gameplay patches have been aimed at the offline modes. I really don't think much has been applied to the online piece, because this has been happening for a couple of days now, and there's been some gameplay fixes since, and it's still happening.
It hasn't been a thrilling start to the match.
Yeah, we've got clash jumpers as well. I didn't think Boo was going to pick white. I thought he might have gone traditional navy. But this will hopefully be fixed after this quarter. I know this is... Oh, fuck, what's happened there?
English.
Come on. If we can manage to jag a goal while soccering, that would be wonderful. Brados, I've only ever seen this in online. I experienced it yesterday. I can't remember if it was the day before as well. But yeah, it's a real shit glitch. Like, honestly, it shouldn't happen. I don't know what causes it. It just seems very random. So Boot's probably having a good laugh as well. Not that it's... I mean, it's ultimately not funny, I suppose, but... because it ruins the whole gameplay. Lucky Boyle, I reckon there's been about...
The standard hasn't been especially
maybe
high,
4 to 6, roughly.
Contest nonetheless. It feels like this game is there for the taking.
I mean, Deck, if they're going to have us play FIFA in this, they could at least have like a multi-ball or a new ball come in this round so we can kick it straight.
You've also got to think clearly under pressure and make sure you take the correct options.
Couldn't agree more, Gary. Thanks for that. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Liberatore, what can he manufacture?
Oh, he smothered it. Are you kidding? Deliberate. Yes, got that dude.
It's been called deliberate. He can argue his case, but there is absolutely
unlucky. No, he handballed it through for a behind. I mean, he was under pressure, I suppose, wasn't he? You're probably actually technically allowed to do that.
It's there.
You might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made
red card. Thanks for the follow, Tucks. These nuts. Get around the emotes, folks. Gretchy, I mean, it's actually not bad. This is probably a bad example because it's online, but the offline mode I've found has been handling pretty well, bar that crash in the West Coast game. But if I'm talking purely from a gameplay perspective, the two offline modes have been handling okay. This online one, like that soccer thing, is bullshit. And there's a lot more teleporting that goes on in the online mode as well, which is really annoying because I'm probably more of an online player than a management mode player. But I don't want to keep playing online if it's going to keep handling like that.
Liberatore leading from the front. Long got to the right position and hung on.
Well, he's got to mute me then, because I've muted him. He'll have to mute me. Tell him to push in, hit pause, and click the left stick in and mute me.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
The big forward is threatening to blow this game apart.
Yeah, so he's got to mute me.
The Blues are really
Yeah, Des Blues, I've got to try and set aside some time to make the Pink Panther team. So once I get around to doing that, we'll definitely make a Discord and work out positions and things like that. Oh, he struck the tackle.
Out of the congestion. Bontempelli has it now on centre wing. He's caught.
Yeah, if anyone's in Bood's stream as well, tell him to hit start and to click in his left trigger, his left thumbstick, sorry, and it should mute me. He should be able to mute me.
He bit off more than he could chew there.
He's off. Going for territory. Waitman had his name written all over it.
Normally reliable.
See, this is where the wind needs to be a factor as well. Because nothing's going to really...
Struck it
Oh,
well.
did it?
No problems
No,
there.
I didn't really move it too
The
much.
Blues need to reset, but I don't think...
Cody Waitman looks like Mitch Wallace from behind. A little bit, I can see that.
Dogs have got it on their terms. English is giving him a bath. Liberatore gathers.
Out in the full. If I had have known I was breaking free there.
Mr. Target
I'm enjoying this camera angle at the moment. I can't remember if it's broadcast or side on far, but I've got it set as the camera height of 44. I was using end-to-end for a while, but the swinging camera kind of really put me off a bit. Oh, that's a good turn. Because even though you could see where you were kicking it, which was really beneficial, I felt like I was losing track of where my players were meant to be during the swing of the camera.
Runs onto it. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? They've put themselves under pressure. Doherty.
Oh, he just got that kick
haven't
away.
Been inside 50 for a while. Williams needs a good decision. No easy exit. That was a poor hand pass. He's been busy so far. He ran into a brick wall.
Nah, Chip, if I'm being honest,
And we'll have a ball
it feels okay. Oh, as the goal umpire balls it up, another glitch that's still there from the other night.
The two big men do battle. Kerno, an ever-present threat. It's a desperate tackle.
Oh, he's done well there. The swapping plays can definitely be improved. It responds sometimes, but not maybe as well as I like. But I think I've got it on auto, so maybe I need to try it on manual. But it needs to.
This is a hotly contested
You need to be able to swap player when you're on the mark. That's probably the only thing you can't do currently. You're kind of just stuck on the mark. What a goal by McRae.
The Blues are flat at the moment.
Is that right, Crane? You've got it on manual. So how much of a difference have you noticed? Do you feel like it's... Does it help when you're on the mark, changing to someone else? Or is that still like a glitch or a bug, whatever you want to call it?
Through the centre square he goes.
Oh, how does he get through?
Williams would have been proud of that one. Chera, Silvani at centre half forward.
Oh, he's sliced me up there.
Dangerous to leave on his own.
A question of accuracy.
Yeah, Seb, so tell Bood he's got to hit pause and click the left thumbstick in and mute me. Hello to Bood's stream, though. Hope you're all doing well tonight.
And does not let them down.
The Blues have done well to stabilise, but at some point they need to apply some scoreboard.
Hopefully Bood enjoyed the soccer game we had in the middle of the first. But yeah, if he clicks in, if he hits start, clicks the left thumbstick, it'll bring up an option to mute me, so you won't be able to hear me.
English wins it out of the centre. Saad takes them on.
I have seen his videos of breaking a lot of tackles, so I know that he's very good at it.
And claims the mark. Another goal and they'll believe. No one can mark. Dale at close quarters. Williams doesn't often waste it. West looking for some quick ball movement. The Blues are chasing tail.
Ah, missed opportunity there.
Well, that was a fascinating.
How is it broke? What's he done? Why can't he mute me? Come on, dude. Lift. I don't think voice chats. Well, I mean, it says you can mute, but I couldn't hear him at the start. Like, if I'll unmute him.
They'll look to generate some more drive off half back and may think
I don't know if he can hear me
access
now.
the corridor a bit more. The
It never works,
risk-reward
yeah.
is worth it at this stage.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad play, Rory. I just picked probably the wrong person to
The
kick
big
to at the
men
end
fly.
there.
They've got good chemistry, those two. Bontempelli barging through.
Oh,
He breaks away
one too many
and can
handballs
pump
there.
it forward. Akers mops that one up. Knew where the help was. Martin. It's a hot footy. Navigated the traffic. Cripps. He's under close attention.
Don't do it.
Looking to pull
Oh,
one back, and that's exactly what he's done. Well
he's
played.
pretty good at getting through those tackles.
Arguably kept them in this game.
The
I've seen your
Blues will
TikTok,
not
Spoot.
get
I know that
away.
that's your play. You're good at it. I haven't heard any booing.
English slaps it out. Treloar. He's kicked it high. Good disciplined defence. Ugle-Hagan.
Ugle-Hagan.
You can't cough it up like that. He'll make you pay every time.
That's a strange looking Richmond. How are you, mate?
They've got away.
I know. Now, I gave chat the option of who we picked to play online, and it was the
English
Bulldogs.
with a deft
But we've
tap.
gone full
Treloar
kick clash
is
here,
there. Delivers
which is
a
not
long
good.
ball. Newman making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Waitman.
Waitman.
He's got it.
Oh,
Few
couple
handles
of
start to
cheeky
drop, so
goals.
They can't turn the tide. They're right on the edge.
like, Sock, if we're being realistic, that should have been a point, really. He had me under enough pressure. They've got to fix the wind or have some type of pressure mechanism that kind of dictates if you're going to miss or not. Because at the moment, everything's going in. Yeah, that's right, Chip. It's magnetised to the goal, which is a bit shitty.
Normally delivers. That's a strong
good
mark.
mark.
Sees an opportunity and plays on. Pitnet.
Oh, he
Looking
just
to
got
peg one
away.
back. Dale went bang. Martin. Can he hit a target? Mackay wins the contest.
See how when I
hands
spoiled it,
down.
how it put me
This
so
deserves a
far out
goal.
of position
Should be a
there.
goal.
G'day, Jonkers. Yeah, the AI are pretty good now. I play on hardest, and it is very tough. I don't mind it, though. I would rather it be too tough than
He doesn't miss many of
what we had on
these,
day one, where
and
you could
he
literally
hasn't
walk
missed
the
that
entire
We
field.
know the damage he can do, but he's been
Should there be the on-pitch invasion? Someone asked if someone kicks 100 goals in a season, do they pitch invade? It would be kind of funny to see. Yeah, the straight kicking is a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, it's good because you always feel like you're in the game, but
It's a tough game.
it's not very
Pulled the handball
realistic
away.
at all.
Smith, what can he do with it? Heads long towards goal. He's got the distance, but not the accuracy.
There we go. As we've all
They
said,
gave him
that
too
I've
much
missed.
latitude on that occasion, and were lucky
So
to
for
keep
that
it
one,
low.
though, I was actually holding X to pass that, and I just held it for too long, and it kind of turned into a
Just
shot.
trying to get it out of the area. Walsh
But you definitely have to miss easier than that.
sees
So.
something he likes. He might have thought about the corridor. Martin. Catch me if you can, he says. Hurried kick goes very wide.
No, change
They've
better.
forgotten about him, and he might make them pay. Hewitt runs in and bangs it home.
Good
Jeez.
teams need goal-kicking midfielders, and he's certainly one of those.
The Blues
Tight
have
game.
made inroads just when they looked in trouble. English has rucked tirelessly. Bontempelli throws it on the boot. Ugle-Hagan
Yeah, I'm not sure
takes
why
the
it's
mark
crashing.
and can extend the margin.
Isaac. It's
I would've put this past him. I've seen him do it before.
it seems like the PlayStation and PS4 are crashing far more than PC, which is annoying for those
Kicks for
users.
goal. It's a lovely looking kick. He's drilled it.
I agree, Scott. They have to put the wind in and make it actually do something, because at the moment, if you aim it remotely straight, you're going to score.
Respond. It's being put to them.
Yeah, Jacko, that's a good point too. I was told that it was meant to be all based on the pressure on the people around the ball carrier, but I'm not sold that that's actually implemented yet.
It's hard to beat one-on-one. Hewitt can get it and go. He's already got one. Now he's got two.
Jeez, wasn't able to load the tackle there.
The scoreboard is a real valuable commodity.
Agreed, Tiger Air, welcome. It is way too easy. And Big Ann are aware of that, and they've got to... I suppose it's probably something that's going to get fixed, but if I'm them, I want to make sure that the gameplay is largely functional and there's less crashes first. So I can understand it from that perspective, but yeah, we need to be able to have people missing, because it's just not good.
Martin takes a beauty. He's wrapped up. That sloppy play, and it could come back to bite. Read it well. Away he goes. Have they weathered
It's not
the
15,
storm?
surely.
Some indirect ball movement here. Good thinking and good execution too. Doherty. They can't catch him. Look at this. It's Michael Long all over again. Kerno after it. Martin closed him down. Sets up a foot race. Daniel is calm in a crisis.
Oof. Hold on there. Sorry, I held my breath there. Didn't speak. Gameplay massively improved tonight, though. Yeah, I agree, Tiger. They've definitely... So last night there was a patch that helped with the player movement, so they... Because you're right, prior to that, when handball received, your plays would kind of just stand still. Yeah, they would be standing still, and then they would get run down, which was really, really bad. So the fact that you kind of don't break stride and you've got some momentum is really good to see.
He'll feel that one. Dishes it off.
Oh.
In the right spot. This might be a chance for the high flyers.
No.
Great body work.
Nothing better than to convert a big contested mark into a goal.
Yeah, that's right, Andy. It does feel like that. If you run straight, you're pretty much going to score, which is crazy. Will the patch tonight fix it rather than crashes? I mean, all their patches are going to try and have those little fixes to stop crashes. Unfortunately, crashes kind of run their own race and do what they want to do. So all you can do, guys, is if you get a crash, make sure you report it so that they can get the data on it and try and get it fixed. Oh, 1 point in it. Is that right, Tiger? Craven Craig's doing it in. Kano should head to stay the game that's in right now. I jumped from the moon to tackle me. Yeah, they've got to try and stop that teleporting, Kano, because you could be on like a fast break and about to kick it, and then you get mowed down from 10 metres away unexpectedly, which is a bit crazy. So they do have to fix that because it makes a massive difference. G'day, Luke. Welcome. How are you, mates?
Drop punt. That'll be a goal. Never in doubt. He's usually very accurate.
22. I've not played Cricket 22, Andy. I am keen to play Cricket 24. I'm not sure why I've not ever played the cricket game. But that's interesting. The only thing is, I've seen a few people suggesting like a two-step timing mechanic for shots on the run. My only thought on that is, I don't reckon you've got enough time. Just with the way AFL works, it's oh, turned out of trouble.
Good handball. McRae.
That was the blind turn.
Time to put the kettle on. Wiedering tries to spike it out of the danger zone. McGovern shows some strength and breaks free. The Dogs have denied them the corridor. Silvani. Away he goes.
Got to spoil this.
Keith got
Thank you.
fist in.
Gary, what's caught
We'll take the throw in.
The Dogs have made some mistakes, but they haven't been
G'day, privates. Good question. I think the one we're all looking out for is will like the rookies or the players you draft, whether their overalls will go up and down. I think the way it's set up, it looks like it's meant to because it's giving you an overall range of between, like I might say, the player's going to be between 60 and 85. So that suggests that at some point they're going to develop and grow and land on one. I don't know if it's working just yet, to be honest, but in terms of the real AFL players, that is meant to be rolling updates throughout the course of the year via champion data, so that should be updated.
And hang on, Smith. He's off. They'll bide their time. Treloar wanting to get on with the job. Long.
Just picked our way around the top of the arc there.
He's got off the chain and is threatening to be the match winner.
Yeah, getting those boundary throw-ins before was actually quite important.
For a 3-goal game,
Get in.
there. They're pinched a break.
That could be the decisive goal in the match. They've got the margin out beyond 2 kicks.
Yeah, Kano, I reckon you'll find a bit of a different experience once all the patches here. Oh, having said that, though, you should have found it a bit different from the last patch from last night. So the fact you're not is a bit concerning, to be honest. Ah, we're soccering again. No, that's pretty much cooked the game for Bood. Yeah, that little set play, though, to work the ball across the top of the 50 was pretty cool. I agree, Tiger. This glitch is shithouse. They need to fix it.
He would have been wrapped up.
It didn't deserve to finish this way. I don't mind copping this. Well, I do mind, but if you're going to cop it in the first quarter, at least you still get the rest of the game. But to have this happen when, you know, he's within striking distance is shithouse.
And they see it out.
Agreed, Deck, it does. They need to get this sorted. It just kills it. Like, it's ruined the end of a really good game.
English palms it down.
Yeah, that what a disappointing way to finish. If you can still hear me, Bird, I'm shattered this has ended this way, mate, because that was a good game. We'll have to play against each other more often. Maybe even once we can invite each other to games properly, maybe we'll even co-stream a couple of games. Get the banter up. GG's, Bird. It didn't deserve to finish like that, mate. Hopefully we can have some more cleaner games in the future, if you can still hear me. GG's. Shout out to Bood's chat as well. Make sure we get around his TikToks, YouTube. He loves the AFL stuff, so make sure we give him some love as well, guys, if you stumble across his pages. So, what a shit way to end. That's disappointing. All right, now there was a player someone said they wanted to see before, and I can't remember who it was. Who was it? Who did we want to check out? You've never seen the soccering, Luke? Yeah, it's crap. Played a Twitch stream up by 1. Oh, g'day, Zach. That's nice. No, Beat's a good bloke, so it was kind of cool to play against him. I just wish it didn't do that shitty soccer thing. I agree, Mr. Jim. It is almost there. It did ruin it, though. 110% it ruined it. But, oh, Captain Australia, Kate. What team does she play for? Thank you, Private, for the follow. Jacka, I'll show you. There's a menu list at the start. I'll show you that in a second. No worries, Gordy. Thanks so much for dropping by. Much appreciated. Hope you've enjoyed the stream and have a good night. Oh, why did I do that for? I'll try that. I appreciate that, Zach. There you go, Capt. Now, Bood's a ripper. So, I mean, if I'm being really honest, he was probably the one that inspired me to have a closer look at AFL stuff because, you know, we all love AFL at heart and we want to see the game succeed. Unfortunately, we're probably a little bit bummed and let down by the launch. It kind of took the wind out of our sails with all the, I suppose, the legwork we'd put in to get it pumping. But, okay, the hair's not better. So there probably was a few players that haven't been properly scanned yet. I'm going to try my management career again and see if we can get through another game. I know Tip and Woody hadn't been scanned yet. Daniel Rich was another one. Obviously, I don't know what's happening with Bauer, but I think Alia was another player who hadn't been scanned yet. So they might have just missed the days. They could have been injured or doing whatever, but they will get rescanned and put in at some stage. Coaches scans. The Liam Stocker thing, I'm probably not caught up on this. Is he legitimately not in the game? Is there a reason? Because he's always been playing, hasn't he?
I'm Anthony Hudson. We're live.
Coaches, I saw Dimmer before. So in this management mode, I'm 95% sure you're going to see a bald Dimmer. But Kane, Pink Panther OG regular, has pointed out that it could very well be because I started this management career with the bugs and the glitch in it, that I'm stuck with the bald dimmer until I start a new one. So that is a possibility. But if anyone started a fresh one since all these updates as Richmond, do you have a proper dimmer? So that's probably one way to sort that, I suppose. Matt Nix got added? Okay. Oh, that's good. Matty Nix is added. Todd Marshall not scanned yet. Okay, so there's another one. And they'll get around to doing all that. And, like, I know that people want it to look real, and I do as well, but I would much rather them spend the first, month, 2 months on the gameplay than chasing up the rest of the face scans selfishly, but I accept as well that they need to get it in there eventually. Oh, handball. Do something. Ah. So the AI spoiled there. There you go, if anyone saw that.
With the big fist. Prestia. He hasn't kicked it very well.
Oh, Dusty. That's right, Stale. I agree. Like, I get the want and the desire to have all those things in there, but it won't mean anything if the game's not playable. So that they do have to do the gameplay and the crashes first, 100%. Indigenous kits are created. They are ready to go. They just have to get the final sign-off from the artists and the AFL to be able to put them in there. But they have actually designed it. They've just got to, get the approval piece done. So hopefully that comes through, because the clubs these days do some absolute ripper designs. And they might have the new Indigenous ball in there too, hopefully. Is that right, Sock? So even now watching this tonight, you're still noticing a massive difference with, I suppose, what I'm able to do versus what you're not able to do. Guernsey Maker, yeah, I did notice it. I have seen the Guernsey creator. When you create a new team in the academy, it does let you create the Guernsey. We can have a look at that after. I had a fiddle around the other night. I'm not very good with that stuff, so I'm going to have to try and learn how to upload my Pink Panther logo so I can make a Pink Panther team. But yeah, you can choose all different colours, different strips, whether it's prison bars, stripes, whatever you want. So we'll have to do that. G'day, Brownie. Do they have, welcome, first of all, do they have the Gather Round Guernsey? I'll check for you. After this, I'll check. I know Fremantle's Gather Round Guernsey's in. I'm not sure if all teams are.
Popped up out of nowhere. Should have done better. He stopped in his tracks. Hopper gets the kick away.
Who's leading the pocket?
Sloppy disposal.
Oh, they do. Thank you, Tiger.
Gary, what have you noticed down at ground level?
Football's a game.
I'm playing the Crows. Oh, right now. There you go. Live feedback. Straight from Tiger Air. Good work. Oh, I've gone the soccer off the ground there. That would have been good.
He's been busy so far. Lynch within range.
Okay, so we've seen some AI spoils, which I'm happy about. So the next piece for me is still this accuracy thing. It's a killer. Like,
we've seen him do this before.
I like being able to kick goals, but it needs to be difficult.
I feel better now they're in front.
Zach, can you do matches with the stream with us? We invite you. Yeah, for sure. Once that's there, Zach, it's not... For some reason, I thought that was going to be in tonight's patch. I'm certain I saw that as one of the notes somewhere. But maybe it's coming tomorrow. But absolutely, I'm always massive with playing games with followers, so I'll usually try and dedicate maybe a night or two a week to do some, stream games with some followers, and we'll maybe set up like a leaderboard or a ladder or something. And I do eventually want to hold a tournament of some kind, but it's obviously not in any state to do that yet.
The non-preferred lets him down.
Probing ball. He's hit up the lead.
Oh, thank you, Hedy. It's not about. I think he's playing FIFA, or is he playing AFL now? He was playing FIFA before, after. He did have AFL on to start with, but it's just good that people are playing it. Like, and I've been messaging Twisty on and off. He's a good guy. He's a Richmond supporter as well, so. And I enjoy his cricket videos too. Thank you with the follow, Toasted. Is bumping in? Is it? I didn't notice it. The new patch is out currently, so this is the new patch now for Steam. For PlayStation, a few people said before in chat that Ross mentioned it will be in by the morning. So you can click in the left thumbstick now to manually bounce too, for those who have just joined. We've got some overlap.
Sees something he likes. Ralph Smith seizes the moment. He's generally
that's
a good kick.
That kick is totally on me. I didn't actually aim that down to where I wanted it to go. I didn't power because it's on my career. I'll do a play now match next. I'll put it on easy for you. I didn't want to tinker with my career settings though, but I'll do it next.
Ralph Smith might go for
Promise.
a run. Prestia read it well and close.
That's a good call, Sock. Let's try that. Replays. Ball trail. Semi-assisted manual. All right, let's see how that goes.
He's off. Good penetration on the kick.
Revolts. Zach, I feel apparently it's going to come through in the morning. Oh, on the siren too. So I've noticed that some of the plays timing meter has been a bit shit. Oh, that Power with the prime side. Thank you, Power. You're a superstar, mate. Thank you for the love and support. Now, because you've subbed, you now get a chance to win $10. So I need you to have a look at the little board we've got on screen here. As I go to this page, we've got the sub prize board. So as a bit of a giving back token for the eventual winner, you get the chance to win $10, which I can PayPal to you. So pick a number from the board, Power, and we will remove a coloured square and see if you can find the gold star. Yeah, I reckon you're right, Brody. I reckon 6 a.m. as well. It would be nice if it came out earlier. Like, because people are hanging for it. And it's like game-changing how shit's going. P-Power is gone 16. 16. The number we'll remove first. Is there a gold star behind 16? There is only one star, Brody. Yep. No gold star behind 16. But I really, really appreciate the sub, mate. The prime sub. You're a legend. It's been great to have you in the stream, getting to know you as well. So I know you're playing the game passionately too, which I really love.
And there's little in it on the scoreboard. Time for some more insights.
Treaders, that makes sense. A lot of my... See, I've got a ball dimmer still. A lot of my number picking is done off favourite plays as well.
Pressure footy, and I think you'll have enjoyed it because they were in abundance.
Can't get a goal with Jesse Hogan.
Both coaches will be pleased with their players' intensity so far.
Gold stars are impossible.
As we get back underway. Gaff, Sheed, Kelly. What a game.
No, I know what number it is. I know what number it is. Because I have to try and work out how to set all that up. So
what's he got on offer?
Canva's more my wife's thing, not me. So it took me a little bit to... I'm doing the same. Oh, Kano. Kano with the gifted. Ah, you're a legend, Kano. Let's give you a number crack. Keep a number in mind, mate. Oh, we've got to stop and play. We've got to stop and play. Well done, Kano, for the gifted sub. You're a fine gentleman. What number do you want, Kano? The bald coaches, I know. But like I said, I don't know if it's because I started my management career while it was bugged and I'm stuck with the bald dimmer. I'm hoping that's the case, but yeah. We'll see. Kano, you get to pick a number, my friend. Much appreciated for the gifted sub for Jamie. No, we did ask that question, Brody, and Ross said, no, that's not meant to happen. It's meant to be dimmer still. So, meant to be dimmer. All right, Kane, what number are you going for, buddy? What's your vibes? No pawn tabs open. 32. All right, is there a gold star behind 32? No gold star, Kano. Unfortunately, you did miss out on the $10, but I appreciate your love and support, mate, as always. You are a Pink Panther OG, and I have a lot of time for you, mate. You're an absolute legend. And a Tiger Man as well, to go with it. So I'm not sure, Zach. Ross has said that it wasn't meant to be that way, so see, look at that breakaway from the pack. How good's that?
There goes the kick inside the 50.
That's a good bit of play. That's what we want to see in the game, what we wanted from the start.
He could make them pay.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
For a 3-goal game.
Come on, Noah.
It's there. They've pinched a break.
He managed to find some space. And
No, so on play now, Brody, dimmer is there. Dimmer does come up. So that's why I'm not sure if it's because I started it with the glitch or not. But Nat Nui is absolutely torching me in the ruck.
Blasts away. Second effort needed. It's a desperate tackle. Lynch.
It's going to go out of bounds.
Misses the
I love you, Kano. Thank you very much, mate. You're a legend.
Gary, what's caught your eye?
defence isn't just
Kick timing. What do you mean?
people
In
playing
what
backline.
sense,
Coaches
Toasty? Are you
demand
talking about with the
all
kick
their
timing? Do you mean for
players
set
work hard
shots, or
defensively.
in general when you're trying to like break away from a tackle or
This might
something?
be a chance for the high flyers.
Oh, you started your management today, did you, Brady?
Sees something
How's it
he
going?
likes,
Oh shit!
brings it into the
I didn't mean
corridor.
that, but well, that's
Clean
okay.
pickup. His field kicking is normally first rate.
Nah, turn it
Yo
over though.
runs onto it. Time to measure the kick. Ralph Smith got a fist in. Petrovski-Seton. That'll work. He's everywhere at the moment. Needed to be clean and wasn't. Cully. That's a dreadful hand pass.
So I reckon they got to
goal.
fix
On
the
centre wing. They might be called
animation
out on the
after the
turnover.
spoil,
Who was the
because
target there? Pickett.
it spoils, but then
The
you're like
Eagles
way out of
guarding the
position.
corridor. Lynch. He's off. They're playing with
Nah, I had to
purpose
kick that
and
high. That was so
that
bad.
passage of play promised more.
Yeah, the
Nothing
lead up's a good
disappointed.
animation. I do
Clever
like it.
kick.
I thought I was going to get that to Dusty then, but
Time for
I
the Crows
needed to
to
kick
go
that
to work.
higher.
Bolton charges onto it. It's no place for the faint-hearted. Cully. Waterman.
Oh,
had his
that's a
name
good mark.
written all over it. The defence
No.
has fallen down. Petrovski-Seton pushes into space.
Go back to work Sunday. Yeah, that does suck,
Many, so you
pal.
wouldn't think this would pose a
Like you
problem.
kind of start to get a bit of a roll. The game starts to improve, and then you got to bail on playing.
That's offline. Didn't really
Oh,
give
it's a
it
miss from the
chance.
AI. They've kicked two behinds.
He'll be filthy he let that one go to waste.
Yeah, Jez, I will try some. Yeah, I was trying to do it in the online
Didn't
game against
realise
Bood,
he
but
had company.
he kept
The
slipping him.
Tigers are
So,
playing some great footy. Away he goes.
oh no.
That'll be play on. A bit of a panicked handball.
I went the big
Kelly
handball there.
runs
That's
onto
not
it.
smart.
Who's at home?
Yeah, I'm going to do one more game
Defensive
after
player.
this, and I'll probably have to call it a night because I do have work tomorrow
Petrovski-Seton.
myself.
Ryan. He might have thought about hand passing. He's run into trouble. That sloppy play. And it could come back to bite. Baker. That has to hurt. Burns off the tackle.
Oh, he's
well played.
torched the tackler.
Good looking kick. Hopper. Sees an opportunity.
Some space
and
out
plays
wide.
on. Ralph Smith.
Go Ralph Smith. See, he probably didn't play on as quick as I would have liked there.
Kicks to half forward. Outbodies his opponent. And
Kelly
took a
Underwood
ripper.
is in the game, but I think she
The
specifically
Tigers are
commentates
red hot at the
AFLW.
moment. Cumberland takes a beauty.
He kicked this ball
Fia,
off and not-
I did try some in the online game against Bood, but I found it wasn't working. But well, because he was evading it,
He doesn't miss
which is
many.
good. But I will try it in this game. So I think it's L
Okay, so
left
too strong,
trigger.
too good.
So I will give it a
I don't
go.
think there was much more the defender could have done.
Oh, really? AI gave away a 50. That's interesting.
It's all gone
Do you
to
know
script
what
for them
what it
so
was for?
far. Plenty of work ahead though as we restart. Natanui
I've given away
slaps it out.
150,
Gaff got the handball
and I
away.
don't know.
Well, that's
Oh,
not
I'm liking that. I don't know why this is happening, but I've noticed a few times that players have kind of automatically shrugged tackles in those situations, which has allowed you to get a kick inside 50, which was good. Thank you for the follow, Rams. Much
The Eagles have been
appreciated.
a bit flat. They're by no means
Agreed,
out
Des
of the
Blues,
game.
and I
They
think
need
a
to
lot of
lift
people
the
have made a
boss
good
on
point that it almost feels like the AI are
board.
using
They
or on
may think
tactics
about trying to access
with how
the
they set up and
corridor
how
of the
they
ball.
move,
The
which
risk-reward
our
is
teams
worth
don't
it at
have.
this stage.
Thank you for the follow,
See
Cryptic.
how it plays out. Thanks, Gary.
So I think the tactics will definitely make a difference as well with how you set up and how you man up and zone and stuff like that.
Natanui has rucked tirelessly.
I agree, Cryptic. The crashes in the gameplay are 100% priority because it doesn't matter what features you implement. If the game crashes, it's completely irrelevant.
Pickett in the centre square. Good hands. Shaw.
There you go, a little
Knew where
cheeky
the help
handball
was.
chain.
Bolton squeezes the kick. Prestia. You can see their confidence growing. Revo couldn't quite. Dangerous place to lose it. Duggan is calm in a crisis.
So handball
That
trains
one
can be
was
done,
always
folks.
his. Yo. Thought his way
Oh,
through it.
afraid not.
Hunt.
Like you wouldn't believe. It confuses the shit out of me sometimes.
Farms
Like
it
you're
out.
kind of relying on muscle memory
Can he be the fire
because it
starter?
doesn't make
Natanui
sense.
for
And I
the
don't know
lead.
if there's a way to even change it, but it does annoy me
He might have
greatly.
thought about the corridor.
I had to look on
Petrovski
Google quickly to try and
wins the
change it,
contest
and
hands down.
I think there was
Well
something you could
done.
install, but I felt
Couldn't
like it
keep
was too much work
It'll
for
be tossed back.
not a lot of
The Eagles
benefit.
are
But
hanging in there, but they probably need
no
the
worries,
goal,
Zach. Thanks for
really.
stopping by, mate. Much appreciated. Have a good day at school tomorrow. Hopefully it all goes well.
Palms it down. Ginby.
Yeah, but appreciate your love and support, Zach. Oh, he's marked it. I've got the PS5, but it seems...
Can he impose himself on
Afraid, 100%. So the sock puppet, I'm not sure if he's still in here or not. A good friend of mine who I work with as well, he's got PS5 as well, and obviously there's a lot of other people in chat who've got PS5 who are having massive issues. But the PC version, for whatever reason, is running a lot better. It's a lot smoother.
Away he
You
goes.
know, you've seen just moments before the
It's a
handball,
high ball.
string handball chains together, which weren't really
Pickett.
previously
Can he mop
possible
up?
as I
Sweeping
handball one out of
handball.
bounds.
And they see it
Yep,
out.
I'm from Melbourne, Tiger,
Your thoughts,
from
Gary?
mighty
It'd be great
Melbourne.
to see both sides play a more adventurous brand of footy and go after the game. It's been a little dull today.
The two big men do battle. Cully.
Get him.
There goes the kick.
Yeah, I'll be
Inside the
interested to
50.
hear from the
Grimes.
PlayStation people
Penetrating ball.
what your experiences are like after the next one. Oh, sub
Has
from
it now on
Toasty
centre
with the
wing.
prime. Thank you.
Managed
Thank
to
you,
break
Toasted Teddy.
free.
Much appreciated.
Distance on that hand pass.
Get your thinking cap on. You've got to pick a number from the sub board in a second to try and win yourself $10. So I will switch to that screen in a sec. Get your typing finger and thinking cap on at the ready. Let's do it now because I can see you active. I can see you there. All right, game show. Here we go. Here's Toasty. Oh, straight onto it. Number 7 for the chance to win $10. Is there a gold star behind number 7? No gold star. But I really appreciate the love and support, Toasted. Much appreciated with the prime. Thank you, mate.
To be patient and wait.
I'm going to do one more game after this. I'm just so appreciative of everyone's support, whether it's just chatting or giving pointers, asking for advice, bits, subs, all that kind of stuff. You don't understand how much it means. You know, it's streaming this kind of stuff's a good bit of fun. Late night with hot dogs. That's going to get run around a few times tomorrow at work, isn't it? You actually missed a couple of good tile games today, Sock. We're actually getting some homemade cookies from a failed tile run. So.
He's hit up the lead. Kelly kicks inside the forward.
Yeah, definitely, pal. You can. It's definitely hard to score because of how good the AI is. But I'm not wanting to blow smoke up the game's ass because I do acknowledge there's a long way to go still. But the fact that you're able to string together proper handball chains now, shrug a few tackles to get a kick away, it's projecting in the right direction. They still need to improve the teleporting with the tackling. Online still broken as we saw before, sadly. But Brutus, yeah, on PC I'm finding you can. There's been a couple that have gone a little bit astray, but I would say 85% are going where I want to and able to create proper handball chains, which is nice. Manual ban. Oh, is it? I'm not a fan. This is personal preference. I've never been a fan of the manual bounce. I've always, but maybe I need to be so you can sprint. The most interesting part about this game at the moment is that the AI have kicked 4 behinds. That's fascinating. Agree on the no specky. I believe that is going to be in though. So there you go. There's a little handball out. Shrugs the tackle. But then there's that teleporting part that robbed me a bit there. And yeah, for those asking about crowds, you will see there are some empty seats there. And when it does pan to the MCC members, that is also empty.
Now for some analysis from Gary Lyon.
The Eagles will be
Yeah,
very
Tiger,
confident
Speckies
they
are
can run
coming.
over
So
the top of them.
on the
They
launch
pride
night,
themselves
it was
on
one of the
their
questions we
fitness
asked if
to
Speckies were in, and they
this
said it.
will be a great
It
test.
wasn't at that moment,
They
but
get
it was
the
something
first
they were
goal,
still
they
working
might
on. So I'm not sure whether it
Thanks,
was
Gary,
a
as we get going again.
coding thing or an animation thing or what was happening, but it was something they were still working on. But I hope to see it soon.
No way through there, and they'll reset. Nankervis with a deft tap.
Need to make my bond smaller.
Delivers it inside 50.
Oh, it is quite big, isn't it?
With a chance now. They should have been going forward. Now
Yeah,
they'll
that's
have
not
to
pretty.
defend. Revolt goes without it. Barris wins it back.
Bang.
Bolton runs in and bangs it home.
He's full of energy, never more so than when he's just kicked the goal.
I'll move it next time, folks. And I need to move it to the top right because it actually covers the players' names. Yeah, I don't want to be that big on the screen. It's not about it.
The Tigers.
Jeremy Howe taking speckies every 3 minutes. Surely he will have the highest rating specky in the game.
Gaff has it on a string. Kelly Pickett one step ahead.
Handball that Pickett.
He's wrapped up short with a chance to send it forward.
See that? Like a handball out of trouble to a running midfielder.
Fumbles it.
And Dusty's gone bang. That's a good bit of play.
That's 2. He's causing plenty of headaches down there.
The Lear stage report, Team Himmelberg has to have 99. Yeah, true.
Natanui showing his skills. Gaff.
So, like,
Cops him under
plays like
lots
that
of attention.
before is what
Hopper,
will make this
Bolton.
game enjoyable. So I'm glad they've finally gotten it to a stage where you can do that.
Tail. Thumped away. McGovern. Yo.
Get him, Dusty. Oh,
The clock is the enemy now. Bolton.
good spoil,
clears the
Shay.
area, and out it goes.
4 to
The
5.
Tigers look
4 out
a
of
little
5
bit
stars.
fuzzy
Surely he's a
forward
5
hand
out
at
of
the
5 for Speckies. My goodness.
Natanui with the tap. Hopper. Kicks
Big
laterally.
Hopper.
Who's front and centre? Bolton puts his head over it. Rioli. I think that's
Rioli.
It's a goal.
What's Gary
The
Moorcroft get?
Tigers
Yeah,
are
I
going
know.
from strength to strength. They've got all the answers at the minute.
The Tigers have kicked the pass through and they're looking formidable. Ginby knew the tackle was coming. Petrocelli lays it off. An ill-directed hand pass.
I was meant to
They can
handball
smell
that.
victory.
Free kick against.
Can they catch them out on the turnover? The Eagles.
I'm still trying to do one of those
having
power
the tally.
tackles.
Sheed, Hunt.
Gaz,
I'm
what
ju
took
they're
you
just kind of
Tigers
slipping
will
away.
take a lot of belief from this, not only because
Yeah,
of
no, the
win,
gameplay is
but the
definitely
way they've
better.
gone about
Definitely
it.
better.
They put plans in place and executed them.
Nankervis palms it down. Prestia. The Tigers finishing strongly. Cumberland.
Good
has been a
mark.
real
Come on, Noah.
lifeline.
to push the margin beyond 30.
This one might have to be my last game, guys, because one of the young fellas has woken up. So I've got to get him sorted because the wife's,
They're really opening the
you know,
market right
25,
now.
26 weeks pregnant. So I don't want her getting up having to do stuff. I need her to keep her rest. So I'll probably finish after this. But power, I promise you, the very first game I'll do tomorrow night or whenever I'm on next, I'll put it on easy. I'll play his port, and we'll see what happens.
He's under close attention. He's so good in
No,
close.
run it over.
That's strange. Did you forget where it
I hope
was?
so, Toast. We were saying that we hope that they partner. I know they can't this year, but hopefully they eventually partner with someone like Select or whatever and get like the really cool card art. But there's so much. No, don't you dare! Wow. Jesus, that is horrible timing. Genuine L there. That's tough. That's tough. You know, you're doing well. You're about to get the win, played some good footy, and then you get the crash at the end. That is shit. They need to get that fixed ASAP. What a way to finish. That's horrible. Yeah, they did. They knew, the Eagles knew. But thank you so much again tonight, guys, for your love and support. Toasted for the Prime sub, Kano for the gifted, Powell for the sub, William for the bits, Pound for the raid, Leisha for the sub. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support. Very, very much appreciated. It means the world to me. I'll be on hopefully tomorrow, if not Thursday. I'm trying to stream anytime a patch comes out just to see what it's all about, so I can show all the PS people, especially who are going to get it the next day. So the next PS patch should come out in the morning, Ross has advised. So hopefully that comes through. And hopefully we all see some improved gameplay. We just need PlayStation to be on the same level as Steam, because what I'm playing feels much better than what a lot of PlayStation people are playing, which, you know, great for me, but not good for all the PS users. So we need that fixed rapidly. But thank you so much, guys, for everything. Hope everyone's had a wonderful night. And I will see you all. No, thank you very much. Kind words. Thank you for the kind words. And I will see you all very soon. Make sure you hit me up on all the socials. Follow me on YouTube and Twitter. Join the Discord if you want. You can post your own screenshots and videos. If you're a streamer, you can promote your own stream in there as well. So, you know, everyone can check you out as well. Whatever you want to do. So have a good night, everybody. And I will talk to you soon. Enjoy.